What's going on, YouTube? Earth Power here.
CVH here.
And this week in Kaijudo, we've got some excellent topics for you. So, first things first, we just added Carl Reddish to Team Peach. Welcome to the team, man. It's such a pleasure and such a privilege to have you on our team.
Indeed. Can't wait to go to KMCs and dominate together.
Indeed. A fellow Carl, if you will. Pretty sick. No more Carls.
No, yeah, we're done.
No more.
Two's enough.
So, something exciting that happened this weekend were the Dragon Master Collection Kit sealed events that kind of happened nationwide. Reddish sent me the idea, I guess, 2-3 weeks ago. It was like, hey, you know what I'm going to do with the Dragon Master Collection Kit thing? Since we're already spending $20 on it anyways, why not just hold a $30 sealed event, get 2 extra packs of Evo, and build sealed decks? And I was like, that is an excellent idea. I think I'm going to steal that from you. And we did, and we held our event this weekend. Reddish held his down at Dallas Fort Worth, and I think he went like 1-3. It's pretty bad. But we held ours.
The team, you know what I'm saying.
Yep. We held ours up here. We had 8 people show up, Corey included. We ghosted him into our tournament, got him on Skype, like using all sorts of fancy technology, and he actually played through our entire tournament. And he streamed it too. You can go check it out on his Twitch, and I believe he's posting matches of it over the course of this week on his channel. So definitely go check him out.
Yeah, he actually top 4 of the tournament. The top 4 was him, Nick, myself, and Earth Power. We had 8 people. I think Carl mentioned that. We actually had a box for prize. It was really good prize support. So Carl and I made the finals. We split 9 packs apiece. And I almost said 9 packs of peach.
9 packs of peach.
Yeah, I got a peach. But the match of the finals is actually recorded. It'll be up on your channel.
Yes,
next coming
I'll
days.
be putting the finals up tomorrow, and then we'll have deck profiles up shortly after that
check
for
out
the 2 decks that we use.
Check out my channel, CVH, for my deck profile, and Carl will post his on his own channel.
Here. So, yeah. Check them out. Kind of intermingle, you know, because we love each other.
Oh, yes.
So, our final topic is preview cards. There have been tons of preview cards coming out for Dragon Strike and Furnace since, I guess, they announced the set so many months ago that it's coming out.
So even though this is a This Week in Kaijudo, we'll be talking about these past weeks in Kaijudo.
Yeah, we'll be talking about, we're going to go over the majority of the cards that have been previewed thus far. So, I guess to start it off, we can talk about the Firebirds. We've seen, I guess, Balua, the nature one.
Kanina, the fire one.
Kanina, the fire guy. Lux, which is my favorite, the light Firebird. I think those are the only 3 we've gotten so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Water of Darkness ones yet.
Right. And, these guys are intense. They're reducing the cost of dragons by 1. You can see their cards as we're talking here. Reduce all the dragon costs by 1.
With their dragon song effect.
Yes. And then they all have individual effects as well. Blue at 4 mana makes all of your dragons unblockable by creatures that have less power than your dragons. The fire one powers up all of your dragons by 2,000 power when they swing. I think it's power attacker.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, powerful attacker. And then Lux, the best of them all, I think. 2 mana for 1,500, and whenever one of your dragons would be destroyed, destroy him instead. And that card is ridiculous because of just some of the decks that I think that are going to start seeing play as soon as Dragon Strike comes out.
Yeah, you get Hyperspeed out a turn earlier, but then the Tornado Flame, they can't get rid of it. They have to get rid of Lux first, so it makes Rusalkas and stuff like that like really necessary in the upcoming format, I think.
Indeed.
So,
and then to go into the dragons, you want to take this? Just some of the ones?
I guess so. To start out the 3 super rares, we have Andromeda of the Citadel. Andromeda of the Citadel, which is the light one, gets more shields. Kurgar of the Horde is the one I'm really excited about. I feel like a Nature Light ramp deck featuring those 2 cards could be a pretty intense thing in the future.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and in Furnace the Awakened, which is obviously like the set's namesake, it's gigantic. People are worrying way too much about this card, actually.
I think, but I mean for good reason. This card's pretty ridiculous. Like it's got a pretty neat effect. I mean, to stop everything from 4,000 or less power being played. I mean, it stops Kinder, stops all the little stuff like Seneschals. They can't overrun you with little guys at that point. After you drop them, they have to deal with it with big threats or have the pit or the root trap. So
still though, it takes time to get out. It'll be most powerful, I think, in dedicated builds, maybe a splash or 1 or 2 in a Water Dark Fire control deck. But it's the whole idea of if you play something that takes that much effort to get out, you want it to do some damage.
I think the important thing here though is that Flame Spike still kills this guy.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, granted, it stops the bait, maybe,
but you know, if you kill one bait when you summon it, unless you have a Hyperspeed out to kill another one, if they have more than 1 Beastkin on the field, they can summon a Flame Spike.
Yeah. To go back to Andromeda and Kurgar real quick, I think the reason these cards are going to be so good is with the ramp decks that are kind of come into play now. We got another preview called Lyra of...
Oh, God.
Oh, what is it? Lyra.
Did you have it on your phone?
Think of it. Nope.
Oh, Lyra the Blazing Sun. And that art is sick.
Yes, it is. So, Lyra, whenever it comes... It's a 6 mana, 6,000 power, double breaker. And whenever it comes into the battle zone, you tap one of your opponent's creatures, but that creature can't be untapped until the beginning of your opponent's next turn.
So while it's still weak to evolutions, like you can still Medusa, you can evolve on a thing you tapped. It's a good possibility that you can just use it as a bigger blinder beetle and kill the thing you tap, or it's just so crazy.
I just
it
think
can come out on turn 4 after a Sprout and Reap and Sow.
Yeah, and I think that's where its power lies. We're getting a card. We're getting Dorado, the promo card that's coming out with Duel Days in April. We're getting Dorado, which is 6 mana, 6,000 power, double breaker, and it gets triple breaker if you have all 5 shields left. So Lyra and Dorado, 2 major threats that you can drop on turn 4 with a mana light, with a nature light.
Dorado I think actually has a hidden potential. People are discounting it a little bit, but I think in a ramp deck like Nature Light doesn't run like draw cards outside of Reap and Sow.
Yeah.
If they know you play it and you can get it on turn 4, they have to break one of your shields, which is giving you a hand, which is the exact same thing you want. So.
Yep, you're forcing them to give you your hand back, which is perfect because you're at
That's
6
what ramp
mana
decks
there.
lack.
Yeah, you're at 6 mana there at 4 mana. They have to give you their hand, or you're hitting them with a 12,000 power
triple breaker
the next turn. So
kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's one of the only answers to it.
So yeah, hit him with some of the other dragons we've gotten so far.
Indeed, some of the other dragons include
Herald of the Infernus.
Herald of Infernus. Yep, that was the first preview we got way back when.
People were really excited about this card. I know decks have already been starting to be proxied around them.
Yep, we're getting Kendrix the Psionic,
aka Kendrix Lamar.
It's Tsunami Dragon. I didn't think we were going to get water dragons. I was pretty sure that we weren't going to, but here's one right now.
The art is also sick. I'm loving these artworks. It's crazy.
This card is going to be crazy. 6 mana, 9,000 power. It's a double breaker. It's unblockable. And then its effect, Mind Hacks, at the end of each of your turns, you can draw a card for each shield that it broke that turn. If you don't hit the Terror Pit when you summon this guy,
or the Root Trap,
you are drawing 2 cards.
At least, and you probably have another, some more field.
There's other things that this guy's going to be doing. I mean, this card it basically says drop this guy, draw 2 cards.
You're committing to the field because you're evolving on top of a dragon, another dragon, but you are replenishing that hand.
And that's another evolution that's unblockable, which kind of falls into line with Neuron. You start with early Neurons, and then all of a sudden you drop maybe like a Hyperspeed or a Quill Spike.
All of a sudden, this card reminds me of Air Knight Parsath.
Yu-Gi-Oh! But, so, moving on, we've got a few other previews. You can talk about your one that you got for ARG.
Dauntless Tusker.
Yes.
If you want to see it, I would recommend you check out the article posted on ultrarealitygames.com. Yep. Shameless traffic, but It's pretty cool. It's a dragon support card.
Yep. And then Pojo got a couple previews too, Bronca and Burnclaw.
Dragons. They haven't been forgotten at the least.
No. I think, what is it? Is Bronca the 2 for 2?
Yes.
Okay, one of them's the 2 for 2. It's just a vanilla Dracon. But then the evolution, which is Burnclaw or Bronca, I forget.
Yeah, it's 3 for 5,000 power, and when you summon it, you can search your deck for the 2 for 2 guy and put him into the battle zone for no cost.
Yeah.
I went over the best case scenario for this sort of thing in my article. If you have a random amount of mana, 7 mana in a water fire aggressive deck, you can go 1 for the 1 mana Dracon whose name I forget, and then 3 to evolve it into the Bronca, I believe, Burnclaw to search your deck for the Bronca, and you have 3 mana left, so you evolve that into Laser Arm. That's 3 shields out of nowhere.
Right.
That's a lot.
It's nutty. So. Definitely cool. And then
I'm sorry I forgot all the names, you guys, but you get the idea. The pictures are up there.
Yep. And then the other preview is Dragon's Breath, which is
probably the most underwhelming one.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see it when it first came out. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Kill 3 things. But then I was like, Barrage is still a card.
It's very specific in what it kills.
Yeah, kill 1 3,000 power, kill 1 2,000 power, kill 1 1,000 power, and it's a Shield Blast. But I still feel like Barrage, and it costs 7 mana, so
it's probably better than Barrage in decks against, if you're running against Essence Elf, but that seems like if we had sideboards, it would have merit, but just as far as right now, there's no reason to cut Barrage for Dragon's Breath, I don't think so.
No. I mean, it may see play, it may not, but I just don't see it. Yeah. I'd much rather be running another copy of Barrage.
It'll be cool in the sealed tournaments that'll happen when the set releases, though.
It'll be a hell of a blast to get in sealed or draft or whatever. But yeah, and I think that's the majority of the previews we've gotten so far. We had one other dragon. It was a Darkness Dragon that we got. Dreadclaw Dark Herald was a double breaker, 7 for 7. It's a Terror Dragon, and it has Knight of the Dragons, and whenever you play it, return all the dragons from your graveyard to your hand. So
has merit. I think there's a ton of different ways you can build dragon decks. This makes Fire Dark Water Dragons pretty legit.
Yeah, with Unchains and Moletails, it could be really silly.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you get Skull Shatter at some point, and then you just drop Dreadclaw while you're stabilizing again. That's just crazy amounts of advantage. So, very cool card. I do enjoy it. And I think that's all the previews we've gotten thus far. If we missed any, let us know in the comments, and we'll hit them up on the next week. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. We've got a live narration coming at you on Thursday, and then we're streaming again on Friday. We had a really good stream last Friday.
It was the greatest stream. You all have to drop by for these Friday night streams. It's just so fun. We get to play matches for you all, answer some questions. It's awesome.
It's fun. Get to interact with you guys, and it's something we don't really get to do here on the channel as much as far as person-to-person, kind of real-time. So yeah, I really do enjoy the streams, and we're hoping to have another good one this Friday. So definitely drop by for that. And I think that's it. Check out the social links below. Check out CVH's articles.
Yeah.
Check out his YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Link in the description below. Maybe.
Yep. All that'll be down below. And hopefully, guys, we will see you next week for another This Week in Kaijudo.
Twick. Peach.
Peach, guys.